All right, yeah, me and the boy here having a water break. I get asked a lot in the comments, which board do I recommend? And I'm assuming most of these guys are older, larger adults. And I like a 9-inch wide and larger. I like a 15-inch wheelbase and bigger. I prefer a 15.5 to even a 16. I get excited when I find a 16 in a shape that I like that has enough nose. A lot of times they rob from the nose to add to the wheelbase, and I like to have that big new age nose with the kick on it. I like at speed in a round bowl. I definitely like the big 10-inch plank, 10-inch wide plank with the 10-inch Thunders. And 10-inch 215 Indies are nice. The Gullwing Mission 10 is nice. But the Thunder 10-inch truck, that one is badass. The turn is so smooth. I do need, as you guys know, a heavy, hard bushing. I like the bones. I like it for the looks. Barrel might be better, but I don't want to rock a barrel on there. I like the way the bones bushings look. And, you know, I think that makes me skate better. I'm totally bullshitting, but... so for a rounded bowl, like this one over here, where all the corners are rounded, I do like the bigger deck. Obviously, if it's going to be a pool style with a rounded deep end and a rounded shallow end, and it's really tight, I'm probably going to like that 9-inch or 9.25 inch wide deck. I like the Black Label OG bars the most. I like the Grosso deck a lot. Sometimes I feel that the tail is a little narrow, and that's why I prefer the OG bars to it, because they're very similar. That one just has a wider tail. My street board, however, is the Grosso deck. In that case, I like the smaller tail. But in a big bowl like this one with flat walls, I really can ride either. There are certain times I feel like the 10-inch might be a little wide, but at speed and for grinds, I really like it too. So I feel like I can go both. And wheels never less than 60. I mean, sure, can I ride a 56 in here? Of course. But I like a 60, a 62, even a 64. And the reason I like a wheel that big is I feel like if you're gonna go into stand-up grinds of any kind, or even if you're barely learning to do stalls and things like that, I like having a wheel that's gonna come up against that coping and going to stop me if I put my weight on it. I don't want a small wheel that very easily rolls out. And I've had a lot of little accidents from wheels that I felt like didn't hold me in. Like we saw in the last video where that local tried out my board with the groove trucks, how he got into a nice grind right here and his wheel came out of the coping like feeble when he was intending to do a grind. A 64 millimeter, you know, Pal Peralta wheel. I forget that popular wheel they have. I've never yet tried that wheel. I would like to. If somebody wants to send me an old set, I'd like to try it. But anyway, I feel like a wheel like that keeps you in the channel over the trucks better. And also a bigger wheel rolls over the coping, and I feel like it hangs up on the coping less. So if you're worried about that drop in from that axle drop, let's say, I think a larger wheel is going to keep you a little safe from having it roll out. It's a little less likely to. So these are all good points. And then a lot of newer skateboarders always want to feel like the grippier wheel is going to keep them safe in the bowl, and I think that is a huge misunderstanding. Some wheels can be hard and slick, possibly, but most, like like maybe will respect the SPF wheel from Bones a little bit on slippage, mostly because it's narrower and has less contact patch. But usually I like to be around, you know, 99 to like even 104. I think they say that these Black rain skates right here, that's a 63 millimeter. They also make a 60, so that's a big one. And I think that's 104A. That's rain skate's hardest wheel. So anyway, all right, let's get into this. Dude, that's not the sun. Did I talk my ass off so much that the sun's coming out? Screw that.